Hello students, hope you had already watched down the first part of this video, what we had discussed down in that part. So definitely that part is related with the understanding of the poverty. We came to know about what is poverty, how the poverty prevails in the urban area and the rural area. Along with that, we discussed down the different attributes or the different steps that are included in the poverty. That is a component or issue of poverty is definitely related with the landless laborers, unemployment, size of families, illiteracy, poor health, that is related with the malnutrition, and the child labor was there, helplessness was there. So all such kind of things are included under this. So along with that, we came to know that the social scientists are there who make indicators to check out the poverty measures or to check out the level of the poverty. So what are the main indicators that is being done by them is definitely they check out the poverty with the level of income of the people and how much they consume down. Okay, so along with that, we discussed down the social exclusion that groups made down. That is, one is related with the social exclusion and the second one is related with the vulnerability. Okay, and further we came to know about the poverty line as we discussed down in the previous video, that the two countries poverty or the two country poverty line varies from countries to countries. Along with that, we came to know about the poverty estimation, how we can able to estimate the poverty, and further we discussed down about the vulnerable groups. Here we discussed down the story of Shivram, from where Shivaram was there, from where we came to know about the problem of poverty, and because of large number of members in the family, or we can able to say a big family was there, that is the reason he is facing a lot of problem. Okay, so moving further, now we are going to understand the now we are going to understand the interstate disparities. So there are differences in the state as well. Each and every state is trying to decline the poverty from their state. Although the state level of poverty has witnessed a secular decline from the level of early 70s, the success rate of reducing poverty varies from state to state, as some of the states are there who is capable to reduce down the poverty at the larger extent, but some of the states are there who are still facing a lot of problem in reducing the poverty. So here is an illustration is given. The 20 states and union territories are there. The poverty ratio is less than the national average income. Okay, so if I talk about the poverty is still a serious problem in Orissa, Bihar, Assam, Tripura and Uttar Pradesh. So these are the states in which the poverty is still at the peak. The people who are living in the Orissa, Bihar, Assam, Tripura and Uttar Pradesh are facing problems like poverty. Okay, so if I talk about the comparison between the different states, so Punjab and Haryana is traditionally succeeded in reducing the poverty with the help of agriculture, because in Punjab and Haryana there is a solution of agriculture. People are indulging themselves in the agriculture activities. That is the reason the poverty has reduces down a lot in these two places. And along with that, if I talk about the poverty in Kerala, Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and West Bengal also tried to reduce down the poverty at the larger extent, but the Punjab and Haryana is considered as the highest one who achieved this goal. Okay, so still it is prevailing in Punjab and Haryana as well. The people are poor in these states as well, but somehow they are able to cope up with the situation. Okay, so definitely the poverty differences varies from state to state. So what happened at that time period? Kerala has focused more on the human resource development, as Kerala is working for the development of the human resources so that the people are able to get them more developed. Along with that, if we talk about West Bengal is definitely working on the land reform measures. So land reform measures are being checked out by the West Bengal. And if I talk about Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, the public distribution of food grains was there. So the responsibility for the improvement. So these are the main responsible elements for the improvement. So moving further, now we are going to understand the global poverty scenario. The global poverty scenario is representing to how the poverty is prevailing in the whole world. Is the poverty is only a problem in India, or it is prevailing in the whole world? So definitely the answer is no. India is also one who is facing from the poverty, but the problem of poverty is prevailing in the whole world. Okay, definitely. So if I talk about the World Bank, that is $1.25 per day has been fallen from 43% and in 1990 and 22% in 2008. So definitely the poverty substantially declined in China and Southeast Asian country as a result of investment in the human resource development. They started investing in the human resource development, because when the human resources are being developed down, the development of people is also there. So China, the country like China and Southeast Asian are trying to reduce down the poverty by investing in the human resource development. Even this method is which is being adopted by China and Southeast Asia. So this is also very good method. Because of this method, the number of poor in China has come to decline down from 85% in 1981. It is about 85% in 1981, and if I talk about 2008, it is only 14%. Okay, so in the countries of South Asia, that is including the India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, the decline of poverty has not been that much rapid. China is capable to reduce down the poverty. Here the table is also given there, so you can able to check out from here as well. Odisha, the Bihar is there, Chhattisgarh is there, Madhya Pradesh is there. From there you can able to understand the economic survey was there, how much economic income was there in the different places. Okay, so if I talk about the next one, so definitely we are discussing down that China is able to handle the problem of poverty, but other countries, like the countries that are in the southern side of South Asia, including the India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal, they are still facing the problem with the poverty, as it is not that much decline in that time period. If we talk about 61% was there in 1981, but in 2008 it is 36%. Decline was there, but not that much. So poverty in India has also shown higher than the national estimation. So definitely the estimation table is given here, so you just read down once. In the sub-Saharan Africa, poverty in fact rose from 51% in 1981 to 47% in 2008. And if I talk about America, the ratio of poverty remained the same. It has declined from 11% in 1981 to 6.4% in 2008. These countries has less rate of poverty, because in the beginning they don't have that much poverty in their country. Okay, so here is an example table given, that is showing that poverty comparison among selected state countries is given, and the percentage of population below the $1.25 a day. Nigeria is there, 64% of population is living here. Okay, so India is 42% population is there. And if I talk about Bangladesh, this is 50% population is there. In China there is 16%, Sri Lanka only 7%, Brazil is only 4% people who are living under this poverty line, which is being determined by the World Bank or international organization. Okay, so this is, you can able to check out with the help of graph, and the graphic presentation is also given here, that is being checked out by the World Bank indicators, which is being set up by the World Bank. Okay, so moving further, now we are going to understand the causes of the poverty. What are the main causes of poverty? We all are aware that poverty is prevailing in India, but what are the main causes behind the poverty? Definitely, the first problem is related with the low level of income. Low level of income means low level of economic development, and we all are aware that India is under the control of British, and we got independence in 1947. From that time period, we started growing up ourselves, but still we are not that much capable. We are not that much capable to provide basic amenities to all the peoples who are living in our countries. Some people in India are still poor and facing lot of problem. And what are the main causes of problem? Think it once by yourself. So definitely unemployment is there, the landless laborers are there, so lack of job opportunities, that is also included in the unemployment. The people who are even capable to get the job, who are even capable to do the job, they are not finding a suitable job. Some people are living in the slum area. Some people who are even getting the job, they don't get the proper wages, so definitely it result in the poverty. So spread of irrigation was going on there, green revolution was there, agriculture sector tried to came forward, but for getting those seeds, getting those pesticides, definitely they need money. That is the reason they take out from the money sometimes from the shahukars, and shahukar take down a lot of interest from them. Domestic, the people still in India are working as a rickshaw puller and domestic servants, construction worker, and the income for these people are quite less, and they came under the poverty lines. These peoples also live in the slum areas. Okay, so the income inequality concept, I think quite clear to you. We had discussed down with the example of Shivaram as well, that Shashikela and Shivaram both are doing same job but still getting the difference in their income. So definitely that is related with the income inequality. Income inequality is prevailing in our country. That means unequal distribution of land is also going on this country. Still we gone through various reforms, but we are not able to find out a proper solution for that. We are not able to adjust each and everything that is going on in our country. So small farmers definitely need money to buy agriculture inputs like seed, fertilizer, pesticides, so that they can able to get up a good land, or they can able to grow a crop in their land. So definitely for that they need money, and they are taking money from the big landlords or shahukars. For repaying them, they had to give them the debt interest rate, and that is the reason that is definitely related with the poverty. The next one is related with the anti-poverty measures. What are the main measures that is being taken by the government for the removal of the poverty? So we had already discussed down the causes of poverty. What are the main causes for the occurrence of poverty? Now we are going to discuss down the various measures that are being taken by the government just to control down the poverty. As we all are aware that poverty is a very big problem that our country is facing down. So it is very much important to control it. So the various steps or strategies that is made by the government is based broadly on the two planks or the two sides. The first one is related with the promotion of economic growth, and the second one is related with the targeted anti-poverty program. So definitely when economic growth took place in a country, like when reduction of poverty will automatically start doing that. When per capita of income of each and every people start rising down, the economic growth of a country definitely happen when the country people is economically developing. Only then it is possible. Now if the people are not developing economically, how a country can able to get a proper economic growth? So definitely it became clear that there is a strong link between the economic growth and poverty reduction. Poverty is reduced when the economy is grown up properly. Economic growth widen the opportunities and provide the resources needed to the invest in the human development, and this also encourages people to send their schools and send their children to even the girl child, mainly because just because of poverty they are not sending their wards to the school. So definitely when their income standard increases, when their living standard increasing, when they start rising up economically, they start sending their students to the school, even whether it is boy, whether he is girl, that whether she is girl, that doesn't matter at all, because poverty has reduced down. And with the reduction of poverty, as the poor may not be able to take direct advantages from the opportunity that is being created for the economic growth, but moreover, if we talk about the growth in the agriculture sector is much better expectation. This is a direct bearance on the poverty as a village number of people on the agriculture. Okay, so along with that, along with the economic steps that are being taken by the government, there are some targeted anti-property programs, poverty programs as well. So they are doing making a lot of programs just to remove down this poverty. So we are going to discuss those programs in detail, as the first one is related with the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is NREGA 2005. So what happened in this act, what is going on this act? The act provide 100 days assured employment in every year to the every rural household in 200 district, and later this came extended to the 600 district. So what they are doing, they are providing 100-day assured employment to all the people who are living in the rural area, and it extended from the 600 districts, 200 district to 600 district. Okay, the central government will also establish the National Employment Fund Guarantee Employment Guarantee Funds as well for the movement of these kind of programs. Under the under this program, if any applicant is not provided employment within 15 days, he or she be entitled to the daily unemployment allowances. If the person does not get the employment, definitely he got the allowances. Allowances means that some money that is being given by the government. The another one is representing the National Food for Work program, that is related with NFWP. So that is launched in 2004, and what happens in that, in one of the most backward district of the country, it launched down in one of the most 150 most backward district of the country. So what happened in this program is open to all the rural people who are in need to wage employment and desire to be manual unskilled worker, as it is implemented as of 100 per centrally sponsored scheme, and the food grains that is being provided free of cost of the state. Okay, so the another program that is being started down is definitely the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. So PMRY is there. So definitely it started in 1993, and the aim of the program is to create a self-employment opportunity for educated unemployed youth in the rural area and the small employment towns. So self-employment definitely relates with the increase in the business and industries. When people start finding a self-employment rather than finding the job, so definitely it will help the industry, and it will help the government to rise up, and it will definitely economically help the country to came forward, because they are starting their own business, and now they are capable to give jobs to the other person instead of getting job from the government by themselves. Okay, so self-employment opportunity is one which is being started down by Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Okay, the next one is related with Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, that is launched in 2000. So what happened in this, the services such as primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water, rural electrification, all such kind of a things came under this. Okay, so these are the various program which is being started down by the government just for the betterment of the people, as with the betterment of people, definitely the betterment of economy will be resulted down. So the result of this program has been mixed. One of the major reason for effective of the lack implementation of the targeting, and various benefits are being shown by us while observing these programs, because these are some anti-poverty measures which are being taken by the government just to help the people who are below the poverty line or who are facing the problem such as poverty, because poverty is something which is the one biggest drawback of our country. So moving further, the challenges ahead that has to be faced down. So as we all are aware that it is very much difficult to implement such programs, it is very much difficult to remove the poverty from the roots. So what are the main challenges that we had to face down while implementing all such kind of things? So as we all are aware, there are number of disparities or differences between the people who are living in the rural area and the people who are living in the urban area. So definitely social groups are there, economic groups are there, vulnerability of poverty are there, vulnerable poverty is there. So there is very much difficult to cope up with all such kind of a people. This would be possible mainly due to higher economic growth, increased stress on the universal free elementary education, decline population growth. All such kind of a thing is possible when these kind of problem will be sorted down. So if the continuously the population get up increasing, so the poverty definitely rises down now, because the poverty's main issue is population. The population is continuously increasing, so how we can able to expect down that our poverty is reduces down? So poverty is definitely reduced down when there is a decline in the population growth, increasing empowerment of the women and economically weaker section of the society. Okay, so when all such kind of a thing start happening in this place, it start happening in the country, so we can able to minimize the problem of poverty. Okay, so the official definition of poverty is, however, captures only a limited part of poverty real means to people. It is about a minimum subsistence level of living rather than reasonable level of living. So definitely we had already discussed down in the poverty, just a little bit amount of money is included down. It does not like a person does not have a proper luxury car, it does not like a person does not have the luxury things. So the poverty line is just based on the minimum necessities or minimum amenities that one needs to survive well. So eradication of poverty is always a moving target, and hopefully we will be able to provide a minimum necessity in terms of income, in terms of employment to all the people who are living in the country. We are able to cope up with the people in providing them health facilities, in providing them job opportunities, in providing them educational opportunity. Equality and dignity is still a hopeful effect of our country. We are hoping that we can able to beat up this problem, we can able to remove this problem from the roots from our country. So hope you are clear with the chapter. What we discussed down in this chapter, definitely we started up by understanding what is poverty. Along with that, we came to know about the different problems that the people are facing in the poverty in both the cases, in urban area and in the rural area. Further, we discussed down the issue that is related with the poverty. Here social scientists give us indicators to form down the poverty, and further the groups are being made it down. The first is representing the social exclusion, and the second one is representing to the vulnerability. Along with that, we came to know that poverty is being measured down with the poverty line, and poverty estimation is being done from here with the help of this table. That we came to know that still with lot of as the time changes, the poverty number is also decreasing down or declining down. Further, we came to know about vulnerable groups. Along with that, we came to know about the pupil of inequality or inequality in incomes, particularly how the inequality in income. And along with that, we came to know that China has coped up with the poverty. China is the one who just came to take a benefit, who just came to recover their problem of poverty. And along with that, other countries are also trying their best to came over from this. So definitely, so what else we discussed down, what are the main causes of poverty, what causes we face down of poverty? Definitely lack of proper facility is there. The Shahukar is taking lot of interest, that is the main cause of the poverty, some causes of poverty. After that, we discussed down about the anti-poverty measures, that includes the promotion of economic growth and targeted anti-poverty program. And still we are hoping that we can able to remove this problem for our country, from our country to the fullest. So hope you are clear with the chapter. Now what you have to do, you have to watch down the video carefully, and after that read down the chapter from your book and make the notes of this chapter by yourself, and try to make the questions from in between the chapter to create a better understanding of the chapter.